Since 1965, the Colliery Training College, based in Mpumalanga, has been the foundation on which the coal mining industry has built future leaders and managers. In following our basic approach to mining methodology, we believe that the strength of any house lies in the strength of its foundations, and we stand proud with our safety achievement of being over 20 years free of lost time injury and 12 years scratch-free. CTC Underground Department train on average 350 learners per year, seeking to improve their livelihoods through the advancement of their confidence, expertise, and competence. Coming from all tiers of the community, our learners include those with previous experience in the underground environment, graduates, matriculants, and those with no work experience at all. Our programs cater to the needs of all South Africans, as we strive to enrich communities through the sharing of our experiences, skills and knowledge. Over the last 5 years, CTC have been proud to achieve a growth in female miners, realizing a nearly 50% male to female ratio within our departments. The CTC Underground Department offers highly skilled trainers with a combined experience level of over 50 years in a variety of fields which include training officers, lab analysts, mine overseers, mining engineering graduates, and even a pastor. The CTC methodology extracts coal by using the basic drill and blast method, where coal is mined by drilling holes, charging them with explosives, and then blasting, thereby breaking the solid coal face into smaller pieces that are easier to load and transport via conveyors to the surface plant for processing. Within their training period, learners at CTC will acquire the proper skills, knowledge and experience to be able to safely identify and manage conditions of this magnitude. A typical day in the life of a miner trainee begins with the early morning arrival and check-in at the plant. Once signed in, learners will change into the correct underground PPE, which will include gumboots, overalls, safety harness, eye and ear protection, and a miner's helmet. Trainees are then ready to proceed to the underground shaft section. The training officer's responsibilities start at the surface lamp room, where all miners will be issued with a headlamp and rescue pack, to ensure safety and survival should there be any underground emergency. Miners will then sign into the underground register and have all equipment checked and verified by the training officers. The training officer will then be issued with 2 crucial instruments, a gas detector and a velometer. The gas detecting instrument is used to monitor and detect flammable and noxious gases. The velometer measures ventilation flow that is crucial for the dilution of gases and coal dust in the workplace. The training officer will conduct operational tests on both instruments before signing them out. Miners will then proceed to the assembly point for underground transport, where they will be briefed on expected underground conditions. Miners will then be ferried to the first stage of the underground workings, in a specially designed vehicle, suitable for the harsh underground environment. As the vehicle proceeds through the maze of workings, the training officer will constantly observe the surrounding conditions. Keeping the training crew safe is the responsibility of the training officer, who will constantly monitor ventilation and gas conditions to ensure safe passage on the way to the production phase. Upon arrival at the hazardous area barrier, which starts approximately 180 meters from the workplace, the crew are now required to proceed by foot. Any equipment not considered to be flameproof will not be permitted to pass this barrier. This inspection is the training officer's area of responsibility. A thorough inspection of the mining roof, side walls, known as stick sides, and the floor, will be carried out by means of sounding and barring. This methodology seeks to eliminate basic rock falls of the areas between roof bolts, and identifies areas that may require additional or special support. The training officer is also responsible to measure, detect, and deal with gas and ventilation issues within her area of responsibility as they progress towards and through each section. The crew will proceed throughout the different sections of the workings, dealing with all conditions found. The crew will then gather in a safe area, known as a waiting place, to conduct a safety meeting, and also discuss the plans, proceedings, targets, risks and hazards expected within the shift. Operators will commence with individual and team tasks, which will be fully monitored and controlled by the training officer. The workforce at CTC consists of learners who will physically operate and work within the cycles of the blasting section, and are expected to produce coal with set targets for each cycle. These learners are appointed as blasting assistants and drill operators, and are responsible for the drilling and charging of a coal face with live explosives. Production cycles are set out in a sequence of activities, namely cutting. A coal cutter is a chainsaw-like machine used to create a second free face in the coal seam, as required by legislation, to serve as an intentional breaking point when the face is blasted. Drilling. After cutting a coal face, holes with a diameter of 38 mm are drilled to approximately 2.5 meters deep at pre-marked strategic places. These holes will accommodate the placement of the explosives to be inserted into the coal face. Blasting. The newly drilled holes are then charged with explosives and a detonator. When all the explosives have been laid, they are wired together to form a charged-up coal face. The area is cleared and safety guards are placed at strategic areas to prevent entry near the charged face. The training officer, or learners, will then perform a blasting procedure before setting off the charge and blasting the coal face. Conveyance. Once the face has been blasted, it will be inspected and the area made safe. The conveyance of the blasted coal will now commence with a loader, shuttle cars, a feeder breaker, and conveyors to the surface plant. Support. Once the shattered coal has been cleared, the blasted area will require support where the face has now advanced. Support consists of a roof bolter machine drilling 25 mm holes into the roof and inserting a resin capsule into the hole. A 1.8 meter roof bolt is inserted into the hole and turned to mix with the resin. The resin solidifies and the roof bolt binds to the resin. A nut at the end of the roof bolt is now tightened. This process binds the roof layers together to form a strong beam that the crew can safely work under. This support cycle is seen as the end of a process, and a new cutting cycle will then start. The miner will work through these cycles over and over, until a shift is completed and production targets are met. Throughout the shift, safety and training officers will be inspecting all aspects of the process, ensuring a safe and secure workplace for the crew and equipment. The CTC Underground Department has been operational since 1965, and throughout the years have built and maintained a solid relationship with mines across Africa. Even though mining technology and methodology might have developed over the years, the basic fundamentals of ensuring safety, health, and environmental conditions are as relevant today. As a department, we are devoted to supplying the knowledge and understanding that mine workers require to keep our brothers and sisters safe. We strive for zero harm, in the belief that knowledge and understanding are key pillars to saving lives. We live our CTC values. We will lead in our expertise, and we will deliver.